The abomination that causes desolation is in direct relation to the final persecution of the Christians. The definition of the word desolation is complete emptiness or destruction. The very role of the abomination that causes desolation is going to be to cause complete emptiness or destruction for the Christians. That's why in Matthew 24:15 it says, when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Up in verse 9 it says, you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death. Daniel chapter 11 also talks about the abomination that causes desolation. As with flattery, he will corrupt those who have violated the covenant, but the people who know their God will firmly resist him. In verse 33, it says, those who are wise will instruct many, though for a time they will fall by the sword, or be burned, or captured, or plundered. Chapter 12, the angel in this vision says that these things will take place when the power of the holy people has been broken. That's why Luke chapter 21 verse 20, it says, when you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, you will know that its desolation is near. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. So there's a common pattern here where the Christians are being warned about persecution and then being referred to the book of Daniel and the abomination that causes desolation. The desolation that's being referred to is the desolation of the Christians. First, there has to be a world war that's greater and more destructive than anything we've ever seen. People are going to be in need of a savior. People are going to be desperate for relief from these wars. Then I believe we'll be introduced to the false prophet, and we'll transition into an era of deception and peace. Deception and a sense of trust will increase among the masses because this false prophet will be able to take credit for leading the world into an era of peace. I believe that during this time of world peace is when we're going to see the political alliances that make up the new world order starting to form. We'll see many different countries starting to group up and become alliances. I think once all of these military, political, and governmental alliances have finished forming and the world is officially at peace, that is when the abomination that causes desolation will step into a position of authority. The first thing he's going to do is order the final persecution of the Christians to take place. So first a world war, then a false prophet era, then political, military, and governmental alliances, then the introduction of the abomination that causes desolation, then the final persecution of the Christians, then tribulation, then the 1,000-year reign of Christ, then Satan's little season, then Judgment Day, then the new kingdom of Jerusalem gets brought down